Hello, it's Matt Collins. Thank you so much for viewing my vlog presentation on the film The Wolf of Wall Street, which I will discuss through the communication ethics approach of dwelling place. In the book Communication Ethics, Literacy, Dialogue, and Difference, Arnett, Fritz, and Bell say organizational communication ethics centers on a particular good that defines a dwelling place. And they also explain that each organization constructs a particular sense of dwelling that welcomes some and dismisses others. They also discuss practices that manifest a given good and refer to that as the saying. And when the saying is confirmed, it becomes the said, meaning it becomes the standard. And more on my thoughts on this in just a moment. The Wolf of Wall Street. Where to begin with this film? I argue you could close your eyes and randomly choose a page in our textbook, and whatever communication ethic or theory or idea is on that page, it was violated by the main character of this film. This film is based on a true story, and it features Jordan, which was played by Leonardo DiCaprio. Now, he starts a firm that sells junk penny stock to unsuspecting investors and becomes insanely wealthy. He throws lavish parties complete with drugs and strippers, and the FBI catches up with his antics and he eventually goes to prison. Now, the atmosphere of his business, his dwelling place, and the good that he created, I argue, was morally bankrupt. His ability to motivate and to persuade was incredible, but his behavior and lack of communication ethics are evident in this film. Now, you can see this image here, and there's a wild party occurring right there in the office. This is the dwelling place that Jordan created. Now, I'm about to show a clip from the film, and I believe it demonstrates everything we've discussed thus far, and we'll break down each point after the video. Now, there is some adult language in the following scene, but that's intentional as it assists in demonstrating my argument. So in this scene, Jordan is motivating his employees to go out there and make sales. I encourage you to pay attention to his language, his mannerisms, and how this perpetuates a chaotic dwelling place.
See those little black boxes? They're called telephones. I'm going to let you on a little secret about these telephones. They're not going to dial themselves, okay? Without you, they're just worthless hunks of plastic. Like a loaded M16 without a trained Marine to pull the trigger. And in the case of the telephone, it's up to each and every one of you, my highly trained Stratonites, my killers who will not take no for an answer, my fucking warriors, who will not hang up the phone until their client either buys or fucking dies!
Okay, so first, Jordan is an outstanding speaker, but his energy, his behavior, his use of profanity, I mean, he's hitting himself with the microphone. He's walking through the crowd. He's antagonizing his employees. He's using analogies that include a gun and bullets and a Marine. It just creates a chaotic dwelling place that is ethically bankrupt. It promotes the good of intensity and chaos and sell at any cost to anyone all of the time without exception. Now, I argue that because Jordan is the owner of the company and because he is a powerful and no doubt successful orator, what he was saying automatically became the said, meaning his rhetoric created the substance that his company and his dwelling place, his organizational culture, are made of. And his employees will now go on what is now the said that Jordan created. Well, I found a peer-reviewed article that ironically was authored by two of the authors of our textbook. And this article is entitled Organizational Ethical Standards and Organizational Commitment. And it says, socializing new employees is one way of assuring compliance. Important for longer-term employees as well as new ones, however, is making those standards visible and then operable in the daily life of an organization. Team, I argue this is exactly what Jordan was doing in the scene from the movie we just watched. He socialized them into the culture he created for his dwelling place. With his rhetoric, his behavior, and his actions, he made those standards visible, and he would continue to do so with the lavish and egregious parties that he would throw. Team, in conclusion, we discussed the film The Wolf of Wall Street and how I argue it fits into the different theories and ideas related to dwelling place and how a communicational ethical culture is created. I argued that this film is an example of a good that is, well, bad, quite frankly. You know, it perpetuated greed and minimal ethical standards. So, team, thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a good rest of the day. Bye.